This video is sponsored by IceCo. Link in the description. Welcome to Blindman Outdoors. I'm Dave, and I've been exploring my whole life, from my hometown in the Blindman River Valley to the jungles of South America. 4 years ago, I left an old life behind to chase a passion full-time. Now, I built Canada's Yucatan camper and the Alberta Outdoor Adventure Expo, all while continuing to explore and experience the great outdoors. You see, I believe we're called to live free and be wild. And if you do too, then this is the place for you. There's something about heading west into the Bighorn backcountry in the winter. February should mean deep snow, crisp air, and the kind of cold that makes your breath hang and linger in the sky. But as the miles pass and the horizon stretches wide, something definitely feels off. The snow, or rather the lack of it, paints a different picture. This looks more like late autumn and early spring than the dead of winter. It's dry, very dry, and way warmer than it used to be, or than it usually is. And as I drive deeper into the wilderness, I can't shake the thought. The echoes of last summer's forest fires, the ones that scorched Alberta's Jasper National Park, turning skies orange and choking the air with smoke for miles and miles. And now here we are, a winter that doesn't feel quite like winter, in a spot that should most definitely see more moisture than this. A reminder of how quickly things can change out here. Pulling into camp, we find ourselves perched on a high ridge, a ribbon of ice stretching through the valley, locked in winter's grip, despite the unseasonably warm temperatures. There's something a little eerie about it. But up here on the ridge, among the trees, something else catches my eye. A widowmaker. Hanging precariously in the canopy, a massive tree, snapped clean at the base, yet somehow still clinging, leaning, waiting. The break looks pretty jagged and splintered, as if it had been ripped apart by something powerful. Probably a brutal windstorm, which usually happens around here. Or if the legends are believed to be true, something else. Maybe the elusive Sasquatch, I don't know. All right, what we're gonna do, guys, we're actually gonna hook onto this widowmaker right now. We're gonna pull it out with the winch on the frontier, just to get this thing out of the canopy. Right now, it's super, super dangerous. I'm surprised it hasn't come down the rest of the way yet. And so we're going to pull it down. The term widowmaker isn't actually just a name. It's a warning. And it comes from the logging days when towering, half-fallen trees would hang precariously up in the canopies, ready to crash down without a moment's notice. Many loggers never saw it coming, leaving behind grieving wives, hence the name, widowmaker. But out here, these silent killers aren't just a piece of our history, they're everywhere. Storms, fire damage, even old age can leave these trees barely hanging to life. And with their weight waiting for the slightest push, wind, gravity, or even a careless step of a camper or a hiker. And this one, well, this is a big one. Snapped clean at the base like a matchstick, hanging there just waiting, barely clinging on to its stump. It's the kind of thing that makes you pause and look around. Makes you look up before setting up camp. And makes you remember that out here, nature doesn't play by our rules. Well, as you can see, we are here at camp. We've got that widowmaker down now, so we've made the area safe for folks, and we even got some firewood out of the deal as well. All right, well, and like that, the work is done, and it's still so bloody nice out right now, and we still have lots of day left. We got out here at a really good hour, and now that work is done, it's time to play. And Lyndon brought some pretty cool toys with him, and we're gonna break them out and go down and do some, I guess, really tiny four-wheel driving along the river and see what there is to see.
Oh no! Major wreck!
Flip.
Like, look how green. Look how green it is in this forest right now. There is absolutely no snow. There is no snow anywhere at the tree line in February. Nothing. It's not even cold out. We're in hoodies and hats, and it's the end of February.
You don't even need the hoodie.
Well, yeah, you don't even need the hoodie. Like, this is crazy. And oh my goodness. Tell you guys, it doesn't get much better than that. Check it out, guys. Abandoned, what looks like some sort of trapper's camp up there, right along the river. Out here doing some RC driving. Let's go see what kind of bad voodoos are up there. Hey. Yeah, that's right. Well, there you go, guys. That's probably one of the most more permanent, like, lean-to I've seen built out here. We got metal flashing on the ground. We got what looks like old deck boards. A pretty large poly tarp. Yeah, we got part of a wall built. That's quite the living space. But it certainly doesn't look like it's been used for quite a while. Hey, you never know what you're going to find in the woods. We're out here running Lyndon's RCs. He's brought some cool RCs with him. We're just running around hitting the bushes and hitting the rivers and making our way back to camp, and we stumble across something like that. You know, makes you wonder a little bit. Not that there's anything spooky about it. I'm not a big woo guy. It's the little people, yeah. Oddly enough, that is a myth.
The legend of the little people of the plains, sometimes called the Neshia by the Blackfoot, is an enduring myth among Indigenous cultures across the Great Plains and the Rocky Mountains here in Alberta. These mysterious beings are said to inhabit remote areas, steep cliffs, riverbanks, and dense forests, and while their exact nature varies depending on the storyteller, most accounts describe them as small, human-like creatures with mischievous or even dangerous tendencies. One of the more chilling accounts come from the 1800s and tells of a fur trapper who liked to mock the little people and claimed he could catch one. He set traps near a rocky outcrop known for strange sightings, and the next morning his footprints led into the trees, but never came back out. The local Indigenous community at the time warned others not to disturb the area, believing the little people had taken him as punishment. And even if that's not true, at the end of the day, not everything in the forest is friendly.
There you go, guys. Camp tacos on corn tortillas. See how good they are. Hopefully they're good.
Thanks, babe.
Good morning. It is another absolutely phenomenally beautiful day. And we're back inside the Yucca and we're gonna make some coffee. Yeah, we're gonna make ourselves some Timbos and then we're gonna open up. First thing we have to do is stop into Red Deer and grab our new water system for the truck that we actually picked up on our way back. And then head over to the shop and get ready for Monday tomorrow. Because we got lots of work to do. As a reminder, guys, the Alberta Outdoor Adventure Expo is June 20th, 22nd this year. And I really hope you guys make the time to come out and check it out. It's in Edson. It's at the Medicine Lodge Rodeo Grounds between Hinton and Edson. And it's going to be such a killer weekend. We really hope you guys make it out. If you guys want to know more about the Yucca campers, it's www.blindmanoverland.com. And I really do encourage you to spend a little bit of time outside. If you've never been camping before, if you've never done a solo overnight, I really do encourage you to do it. Although there can most certainly be some spooky moments to your travels and your adventures. There's a certain mystery to the backcountry that it has, for sure. But there's also a grand and majestic beauty to it, and a solace and a peace that you just don't find anywhere else. So if you guys can muster the courage, spend a night outside by yourself, I would encourage you to do it. And if not, go out with a couple friends. It's always a good time. But that being said, guys, live free, be wild, and we'll see you on the next one.